So today's video is about snipers in first-person shooter and third-person shooter online video games, and the delusion that some of them seem to be under, that they are more skilled than the players who choose to run and gun with assault rifles and machine guns. And I want to point out that I do recognize that there are a percentage of snipers in these video games who understand that all they do is sit there and shoot things. That there's really not a whole lot of skill involved in this particular methodology of playing the game. You find a spot where you can hide, you lay down, and you sit there with your powerful scope and your extremely powerful rifle and pick things off one shot at a time, whatever happens to be unfortunate enough to wander within the frame of your scope. Now, hello? That's just sitting there waiting for something to run by. That's not extremely skillful. Now, I'm not going to say that all snipers are useless. Of course, in these first-person shooter video games, one or two snipers per side or whatever is not that big of a deal. It's going to happen. It happens in real warfare, obviously. So these games, which are a simulation of real warfare, some a bit more accurate than others, of course, the snipers are going to be, required every now and again and whatnot. But, sometimes you run into these games where everyone is a sniper, where the entire other side of your team that you're facing is snipers. And then at the end of the match, if they happen to be lucky enough to win, they sit there and brag about how skillful they are. Oh, we owned you, we sniped you, blah, 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 blah. It's ridiculous because most of the time I can counter-snipe these hapless sons of bitches with an assault rifle or sometimes a submachine gun. Hell, it happened just the other day. I was playing SOCOM Confrontation, and a guy that I play with a lot snipes a lot. He has the Tilly, the super duper pooper scooper version sniper rifle that kills you in one shot. He was standing on top of a 3-story building looking down at me, and I knew he was there, and I popped out with my HK5 submachine gun and popped off 2 bullets and hit him right in the head. There is somebody knocking on my door. Okay, so that was building maintenance, and they totally destroyed my train of thought. I had to watch the previous recorded segment of the video. A more professional vlogger probably would have re-recorded and blah blah blah, but I'm just too fucking lazy to do that. So anyway, the conclusion of the story I was rambling on about was that I managed to counter-snipe a sniper with a submachine gun, and he did manage to pick me off. But the point being is that if I can do what he can do with a submachine gun from half the fucking map away, that once again is an argument for it's really not all that skillful to do that with things that are designed to do the game. And I know that I am by no means a god at playing these games. In fact, my kill-to-death ratio is at negatives on every game that I play except for MAG. I actually have a positive KD ratio on MAG somehow. I'm not sure how that happened, because on the general average, I'm not the best player of these games. I do well enough, but that's totally beside the fucking point. I don't even know why I'm going on about that. Back to the snipers. So, I present to you this, snipers, is how is it more skillful to sit in one place and wait for something to wander into your scope than someone who actually has the chutzpah, if you will, to get off their ass, grab an automatic rifle, and run into the fray? I mean, I think, in my personal opinion, it takes a little more involvement in the game to be able to maneuver around through the map and make sure that there's no one coming from behind you, or that you're checking corners and still manage to kill people and stay alive, than sitting in a corner with nothing behind you but a wall, so you don't have to worry about getting shot from behind, and you're just in the safety of the far end of the map, just waiting for something to be unfortunate enough to wander into the frame of your view. I don't understand how anyone could be under the delusion that that takes more skill than actually growing a pair of testicles between your legs and running out there with some guts and an assault rifle or a submachine gun or an automatic machine gun and just, putting your virtual life on the line, which snipers seem extremely reluctant to do. I wonder if maybe they're worried about their numbers, their kill streak. I don't know, but I want to again revisit the fact that not all snipers are under this delusion. Some people realize and will fully admit that they're just sitting there camping with a bag of marshmallows and a Coleman cooler waiting for something to wander into their scope. And so that's pretty much it. And yeah, snipers that just sit there, you fucking suck.